Hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pondu. Welcome back to another video. Chantal went live for 3 hours, so if I skip something, sorry. But the title is called Things Are Getting Worse, and this is one of those like not showing herself live streams. Sorry about that, but I guess with that all said, let's see what Chantal has to say today, shall we?
I don't want to come on camera right now because I'm I'm hot and I'm not wearing a hijab. So
Dainty.
alright. I already see things are going nuts. So I just want to say hello everyone. We are okay so far. I fell asleep for a few hours. Like before I went to bed, Israel had bombed, I'm sure you saw in the news, Damascus, the security buildings. They bombed areas close to Dara, and I woke up and Salah, unable to sleep, of course, he heard the bomb. It was a bomb pretty close to us.
And yet here we are, not going home or anything, or trying to find a flight to somewhere else. Nope, let's live stream instead.
I forget the name of the area, he said, but anyway, there's a military base there. So thank you guys for your prayers. So whenever I came here, I guess I didn't understand I thought things were a bit more stable.
To tell me the woman that just watches travel vloggers didn't know the extent of how bad it was? No. You don't need to see my face to know exactly what kind of face I'm making right now.
But I also knew at the same time, like, this is not surprising to me at all. Which is why I might seem a bit calm, because I knew there was still a lot of sectarian conflict, and that's what's happening right now. And it's not just that, it's, I think there's more behind it.
I don't know why I would have thought, like the pew pew noise, sorry, I don't like using it, but YouTube noise, like what, 50 meters away would have been the big wake-up call. No. Nope. And we're here, and there's still no wake-up call.
So yeah, I feel like I don't really want to give a political opinion or anything like that. I don't think it's safe. I knew, I'm really tired, guys. I woke up in the middle of the night. It's like 4. I wanted to go live, and because my data plan is weird, and I have the most data from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then during the day after that, I only have 20 gigabytes of data. So if I want to upload anything, if I want to go live, I need to do it. So before I came here, Salah tried to warn me, and obviously because my husband is from Syria, I was, always aware, mostly through him, of situations in Syria, and, he has a lot of loved ones here, he has a lot of friends here, and so we would worry a lot about them as well, and just, I knew that things were unstable. The government infrastructure is very fragmented, very unstable, and now I'm sure that it's just complete chaos. They bombed, I think, very near the presidential palace, the government buildings, and now one thing is Israel seems to be targeting the government bases, not civilian homes, but the surrounding areas. I think they've said that there's at least 400 people that have died so far. I'm not sure if that's accurate. That's what I heard.
Thinking earlier, right? Remember whenever she said, I'm gonna outlive you while out of spite. I honestly think that might be true at this point, because how do I say this? I'm still worried for her. I don't like her, but I'm still worried for her over there, and she's just acting like nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Yeah, just, I'm here with my... It's just like, girl, run! What are you doing?
I don't know if I'm able to leave. I don't,
Oh, that does not sound good, girl. We tried to warn you. There was probably a reason why you didn't mention this trip, and, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, they're just bombing everybody at this point. I mean, Syria is pretty much defenseless. They don't have missiles and sophisticated military equipment, so no, we can't go live in Canada right now, because immigrating to Canada is a huge process, and it could take a year you know, and there's just no way. He didn't take my passport. I showed it many times on camera.
Man was with your passport for multiple hours. God only knows what he did with that information that was on there, or with your passport itself.
Let's check and see if I can fly out ASAP. But I don't know about that. Like, Salah doesn't seem to. He thinks that it's gonna stop. Like, there's apparently a ceasefire now in place recently.
Okay, so whenever I was checking out a snipe of this live stream, that's the part that I heard for 5 seconds, and I'm really glad that the man that I still personally, objectively, allegedly still can't open up a pickle jar thinks that.
So hopefully that holds. There's been ceasefires before, and they were broken as fast as they were made. But the government here does not have the, I mean, I don't see them retaliating, and like, hopefully the ceasefire holds. That's basically what I can say. For now, I'm staying put. We are, knock on wood, in an area where there doesn't seem to be any military. It's a very insignificant. We're not in, right smack in Damascus, although it was a bit jarring to see the exact location that we were just in our vlog, like the Damascus sword, in that square with the roundabout. We were there, No, Canada would not. I cannot bring him to Canada right now. Like I said, it's a long process. I don't think it's at a point yet where they would recognize any refugee status right now. We're just going to see what happens right now. Hopefully the ceasefire holds. Like, if, things get a lot worse, I'm sure there's a way I could definitely leave, but it's not going to be so easy for him, and I'm not going to leave him, Honestly, I know you guys are probably way more worried for me than I am for me.
Yep, I've been worried since you got there, and it's still not going away. I don't like you, but I would not wish that on you or anyone, honestly.
I feel like, I know most people won't understand that, but that's how I feel.
All of this, by the way, for a man. Number one, have you ever met one before? As one myself, I'm not impressed.
My mom? I don't tell her these things, but I'm sure haters will. Unfortunately.
I could not even imagine what she would think. Ugh.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't leave my husband or pets either. Yeah. And Julia will be alright. I will guard her with my life, do what I can. But we'll see. Like, if it gets much worse, or, there's going to be a full-out war, I'll find a way to get out of here. Don't worry about it. I think. I mean, I don't... Definitely Julia, yeah. We'll protect Julia above all, for sure. Wolf Pup said, "You are right. Syria is defenseless. It would be another Gaza. The world won't allow that." They've allowed so much so far, honestly. They're allowing Gaza to continue to, refugee camps to be bombed. They're allowing Israel to just bomb the heck out of whatever, just to commit insane war crimes. No one's doing anything. So hopefully somebody will help, but whenever, I don't know if Thailand's an option. Malaysia would be, like, that would probably be, We were safe in Kuwait. Well, Kuwait was bombed too.
Oh, is that true? I have not been on Twitter today at all.
It was bombed too by Iran, so not really. Probably safe, a lot safer, but you never know. In the Middle East, it's it's iffy. So I just, yeah. So when I came here, it's not like I was completely, I see a lot of people saying, you're delusional, you think that it's just a picnic there. And
yeah, because that's exactly what happened.
I never ever thought that. I knew when I was coming into, I knew how unstable the government, how unstable it was here. There's still a lot of internal conflict, which I honestly think that Israel should have let Syria deal with. Like, I don't think that they should just be bombing everybody. And I think it's just they're taking advantage of the situation here, the instability. I don't know. Netanyahu is a homicidal maniac, and I'm sick over USA support. I pray we step in over Syria. Thank you, Deftones Andy. I agree with you, honestly, and I think the Druze situation is just an excuse, Apparently the US and Qatar, I heard and Turkey, from what I heard, are supposed to, like, I know the USA is, like, condemning what happened, but I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, But we are always with people, Today we didn't really, because we did go out today, and then whenever we came home, that's when all hell broke loose. I did some shopping, so I have, like, just a bit of grocery shopping, and I cooked here, so I have a video of that coming out. And then after that happened, after I filmed our dinner and everything, that's when all the bombings happened, all hell broke loose. And Salah, I'm kind of just going with his you know, I think he's been watching the news very closely, talking to people, and he's just he just thinks that it's just to give it a few days or whatever, see how it goes. He thinks it's gonna just stop. So
Thinks or is hoping. Those are two completely different things.
thank you, gentle soul. I don't think a lot of you would leave your family, your husband, your family, would you? I mean, I don't know if it will stop. As in, I really think maybe the immediate bombings, but I think that there's still a very long road ahead for Syria, and I knew that coming here. So I'm not gonna sit here and act all like, oh my gosh, because I'm remaining calm and just trying to keep a clear head and trusting my husband as well.
Well, I definitely got some comments about that I'm going to be keeping to myself.
My husband is Afghan, and I wouldn't leave him if this were my situation. Exactly. I'm not just gonna tuck tail and run. There's no way. There's no way. My husband would never put me in a situation. Well, Katie Kate, can you explain how my husband put me in a situation when he told me not to come here because he was worried about me? Like, so to put this on Salah is just stupid. Absolutely ignorant. This is not his fault, and for people who wouldn't come here, you're not me. You're not married to somebody in the worst situation in the world. One of them. You don't have love for him like I have, so you'll never understand that.
This isn't about you right now. We'll take any situation and be like, actually, you know what? Let's talk about me. Like, this is not about you.
Do you all know Salah's situation? Why is he there? Do not judge lest he be judged. To marry someone is to accept them. She accepts him and he accepts her. Exactly.
I also told her not to go, and yet here we are.
Yeah, so I'm here for now anyway. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, I don't care if it's a dangerous situation. I'm not leaving him. So I leave him and then what? I'm safe and he's not? And, no. Sorry, but we're just going to stay put for now and see what happens. I don't know what we'll do, There's like a few countries he could go to, and then after that visa is over, what? He has to come back here or travel to another, It's just, we have Julia. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's better to just ride it out a bit.
What do you mean ride it out? This is not some hurricane. These are bombs.
Trying to leave now is more dangerous. Yeah, honestly, so what we're being advised to do is just stay put, stay in the house. So we're just staying in the house. I could be in Canada, air conditioning, eating fast food and edibles, while my husband is here with my cat in danger. Yeah, I could really enjoy myself. You're right.
Play devil's advocate, you also let your cat suffer with, allegedly having her wound open and BBJ's nails grow into her pads. That one's not alleged.
I trauma dump on you? How? You're not forced to be on my channel listening, right? Like, poor you, I trauma dump on you. Well, just tune out.
Yeah, so let's get rid of the few people that do watch you directly. Yeah, you go, girl. You get rid of those people.
God forbid I talk about what I want on my channel.
After that interaction, people have the right to go watch it on other people's channels or never watch you again.
Leech, I'm not thinking about haters at all in this situation. It's so self-important for people to think that I make any decision based on what others think about, like in times like this especially. Like, do you think I honestly care? Like, that's so odd that people think that, I never said the travel advisory was incorrect. I never said that.
I mean, looking back on it, you did kind of make it sound like, oh, they're wrong about this place, guys. This place is so nice. You kind of did, not gonna lie.
Why does everything have to be an I told you so? This situation is bigger and beyond any stupid internet drama. But you didn't tell me anything. When did I say that I knew the situation in Syria. But these things also, like, this is a new development, right? So people saying we warned you. You didn't warn me about anything. I knew how bad it was. I know how bad it is. I know I could possibly be here, and I'm not leaving. So I don't know what you're on about that. And Syria things are getting a bit bad now, but they were more stable. Like I said, a lot of people were coming here for tourism. Do you think people like Mark Weens and big major YouTubers would come here for tourism and not, and act like,
Not the reason why she came here to begin with. Oh, there's travel vloggers, guys. Oh, there's travel vloggers over here. So of course it must be safe to go over. Why are you trying to gaslight us like you didn't tell us this yourself?
With Assad gone, it would be, it's not about being defiant. It's not about being defiant. It's about, I'm not leaving my family here. You could be buried alive in rubble at any time. That is something that I have to deal with living here, and you know, I'm aware of that. The thing is like, you're not telling me anything new, you know? You left him in Kuwait quick, fasting in a hurry because, yeah, but that's different, Snake Charmer. That's different. You don't know, like, this complete circumstances. You don't know what.
Started to report things, and you know, whenever you use the word loophole in a marriage, I would probably be shaking in my boots too if I were you.
Had to happen, like how it unfolded, etc. after that. So I think the political motivation behind it is not just what is being said. I think that Syria is unfortunate, like just a feeling, and I hope I'm wrong. Just really far away from, and you know, any stability at all, and that's really sad because I think so many innocent, like, forget about the military, forget about the political groups, think about the people who really suffer here, like, you know, a lot of innocent, just regular civilians. They're the ones who suffer in the long run, in the end. So I don't want anyone to die. I'm not taking any sides in this. I'm not, you know, we are not pro-war. We are not pro anyone getting killed and hurt, regardless of your religion. We're not like that. You're helping him pay his bills. I haven't had access to money of my own since I got here, so no. But whatever. People are always going to think that. People are always going to think, you know, we're not married, whatever. That I'm so not concerned about little trivial things like that right now. You know, think what you want. And nobody should. A relationship is not 100-0. It's, you know, and in his culture, it's more so on the man. And I think that's why he's so stressed out with me coming here, because he knows he has to take care of me. So I'm trying to be really self-sufficient, and be supportive and being, you know, not complaining about the situation. And I think I've been less complaining than him sometimes. Like, sometimes it's a new life for him too. He was never lived here. But the way we see it, I guess, is oh yeah, they're still refilling water. Life is pretty much going on as usual. Sadly, I feel like, you know, this is nothing new for people who live in Syria. And honestly, Syrians, Palestinians, some of the strongest people in the world, they have years and years of this kind of treatment from other countries around them. They've had to live in war for probably their whole lives. Haley, I'm still being paid by YouTube for my videos, so no. People act like I'm the only person, and I'm not talking about you, Haley, but people act like I'm the only person to make videos here, you know? Anyway, I wish we could see her face. Yeah, Breeze it is, yes. I want some pasta, I'm starving. Should I make pasta? I haven't eaten in a while, my stomach's been like in knots, but I don't think it's appropriate to cook on a live stream after the attack. What? Yes, let's just tell all humans, there was a bomb, stop eating. I can't understand why people keep telling you how to spend your money and help these people. I don't see any of them putting their hands in their pockets to send donations. Or if they do, it's only since I've been here, and it's only out of spite. So, you're right. Like, but I don't really care how people think I should spend my money. Like I said, I'm always going to do me and live my life. I'm just going to live my life, basically. So I'm going to do good things. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to mess up. And people who want to, of course, there will be casualties along the way, meaning people will not agree with certain things and probably stop watching me or stop following me. I understand that. I don't ever fault people for doing that. I don't really, you know, I can't make everyone happy, and I can't avoid offending some people. It's like bound to happen. Yeah, I'm going to be criticized no matter what, exactly.
The longest time we were talking about the same, like, two subjects, and now we got to this part, so.
Over, like, the dumbest things. Look at eating an effing meal because if they don't find something to outrage about and keep their brainless mob going, and, you know.
Well, if you don't like it, don't watch.
They're not going to have money. They're not going to go effing travel and make their own content.
The majority of the content that we have seen so far is you going to a knockoff Syrian KFC. Calm down.
They're not going to do any of their own content. So
now, is she mad at us because we're not going and traveling over to dangerous situations that we put ourselves in? Man, that's no. No, I will be right here making the same exact content I always have. You going over there, that was your choice. That wasn't ours. Sorry.
Of course. And I'm not doing anything controversial. I'm eating at an effing restaurant. If I open a can of soup, they're going to criticize how I open the can of soup. And you think I'm exaggerating, but it's actually happened a lot. So I really don't know. Yeah, so another message I want to put out there. I would not come here during a time of civil unrest. Probably, I mean, if Salah wasn't here. So I've traveled just for my family, okay? So I don't think the situation is trivial. I don't think that it's a joke. I don't take it lightly, and I feel for the Syrian people. People are just waiting for you to say something wrong. That's so weird, Dream. Like, why? You know, like, it's weird. It's not, I'm not gonna. Like, I'm just not. So, keep waiting. They drool waiting on you to even blink. They say they hate you, but as soon as you're gone, they replay your videos waiting on you to come back. They are strange. Like, and you're fairly new here. And, like, do you see what I mean? Like, it's insane.
Want to say that I do it primarily because if you do not, YouTube won't like you anymore and they won't push your videos out if you don't upload something, you know, keeping up with the algorithm.
They're just making money. Panda, I don't think you would last a day in my shoes. You have not been through, they're just making money. They're making hate money. Do you not realize, like, what that perpetuating hate has, like, done in my real life?
I'm gonna say, not everyone. I just watch whatever's on screen and I go about my day just like any other person would.
So how about you can it? Don't try to minimize the bullying and harassment going on. Bye.
Alrighty, and there we are. So with that all said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.